Michael?
Yes.
I got something for you, and you know I mean business because I got the stylus in my hand.
Great. What a
All
blessing.
right. Free agents, NFL free agents.
Okay.
I'm going to play a simple game called Love or Regret. Will the team love the free agent that they picked up, or will they regret picking up this free agent?
This has receipts written all over it, David.
Oh, my goodness.
No,
No, it doesn't. It's just because we don't know anything. As we all found out, no one knew Joe Burrow was going to die on the first play.
Fair.
All right. Let's just start off simple. The Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins. Love or regret?
I think short term you love it. I mean, unless Kirk has forgotten how to play football or somehow can't return after the injury, he's a clear upgrade over what they had. I will never understand the Michael Penix thing, but I'll just say, yeah, short term, it's about making the playoffs. It's about being relevant. I'll say love.
Based on the video in New York with Aaron Rodgers, I just don't know if you can return to the form you need to return to that quickly.
Very fair.
His injury was later than Aaron Rodgers, so I'm going to say regret.
I'm wondering, David, if that's why they took Penix as well, that they don't fully believe he's going to be back to being the Cousins. All right,
why
David.
would you? You know what? It's it's not a debate segment. But then why would you pay him that contract? What kind of medical staff do you have?
I'm
They
with
just
you.
Guess.
Well, you are the Atlanta Falcons,
Okay.
and as we like to say, a lot of mistakes have been made.
Truth.
David, Russell Wilson.
Regret.
How do you regret something when he never plays?
Well, okay. Well,
But he's
see,
dangerous.
No.
Justin Fields is the guy I want to start, but they will start Russell Wilson. They're going to regret that, and by week 4, Justin will be your star.
You know what? I had trades a little bit later, but let's just mix that in. Let's just go with, all right, so you're saying Russell Wilson, regret.
Yes.
Justin Fields, you traded for.
Yes.
Will that be a regret as well?
No, they'll love it.
All right. I'm not trying to be provocative. What if they regret both? You know,
You
they
hate
took
me, don't you?
No. They took a couple swings. Both are highly flawed. It's clear Fields is just not much because nobody wanted him.
So basically 2 sticks of fruit stripe gum.
Yeah, because in the end, their offensive line still stinks. I'll say regret both.
Well, they drafted a couple guys this year along with the guy they drafted last year. They're trying to build the offensive line back.
I'll put a few rookies out there, sure.
It's going to work out, right? Immediately.
In one of the most difficult divisions in football with two of the best front sevens.
Michael, the Philadelphia Eagles, Saquon Barkley.
Regret. Listen, everybody still thinks Saquon is the rookie. The guy ripping off 60-yard touchdowns. You can't tackle him. Oh, look at his quads. Here's the reality. He has been destroyed by the Giants. He's been injured twice catastrophically. He has been hit at the line of scrimmage more than any back in football. He doesn't have the explosiveness he used to have. And frankly, again, we don't pay running backs. I think they will end up regretting the move.
Yeah, he's only had just 3 seasons of playing 14 games or more. I don't know if he has it anymore. Longevity.
Well, it's funny because you always say we don't play running backs. There's a theme to this. Green Bay, Josh Jacobs.
Love. The difference is, to me, Jacobs is going to a really good situation. The Aaron Jones thing was financial, and he was probably at the end of his time. I think stylistically, Jacobs needed a change of scenery. I actually like the fit there more than Barkley. I'll say love. Okay. I think short term he's going to be very good for them.
No, I think they're going to regret that. Josh Jacobs is never going to be the same. I don't see it in him anymore.
Just so blunt, so self-assured. I like it.
Well, you brought up Aaron Jones. Let's go with him. Minnesota. Love, regret. He moved from Green Bay in division to Minnesota.
What was the forgive me. What is the financials on that? That one slips my mind. Look, short term it could be okay. But again,
they signed him to just a 1-year deal.
Yeah, then
million.
I'll say love. 1-year deal. I got nothing to worry about. You're garbage. I get rid of you. Plus, he wears sunglasses when he scores touchdowns. I'll say love.
Yeah, he's motivated to be good to get a long-term deal or a longer deal. And the fact that they have other weapons allows him not to have to be the load bearer there. So, yeah, I'm going with they love it.
Okay. Let's stick in the division. Chicago Bears, DeAndre Swift.
Regret. It was an overpay. I don't trust him. I don't think he'll long-term stay healthy. Never needed it. You got a rookie QB. You should have paired him up with another young running back. I hate that move.
Yeah, regret.
So you don't think that Swift can kind of take some of the pressure off?
No, and David, pull it up. They actually spent on DeAndre Swift.
They did. I think it was a 3-year deal.
A lot of my opinion resides in what you're paying these guys.
Now, is it a 3-year deal, but they can really get out after a year, or is it a legitimate 3-year deal?
I'd have to look at the guarantees on it.
While David's looking that up.
$24 million. Yeah, they can get out of it after year 2.
Regret to me.
Okay. Baltimore, Derrick Henry.
It's a fit stylistically. You feel like he was built in a lab to be a Raven. 1-year deal. I'll say love. I will. I do. Look, man, if you're wasting your life handing the ball to Gus Edwards for 4 a carry, what the hell's Derrick Henry going to do? Good offensive line. He doesn't need to be the full-time back. That could be devastating there. I'll say love.
I'm going to say they love it as well. It is technically a 2-year deal, but it's $9 million guaranteed, so 1 year.
1-year deal. See, you know what? And I'm guilty. Let me admit the bias. The financials are guiding a lot of my answers with the running backs. I'm open about this.
Kansas City Chiefs. Hollywood Brown.
Hate.
Regret that.
Hate. Hollywood Brown is a phony. He's a fraud. He's not interested in blocking.
How do you feel, Mike?
He's not interested in playing football. Hollywood Brown's interested in being pretty and just running 9 routes. But when you turn on the film, ask people in the league, Hollywood Brown wants nothing to do with being a good teammate and being a part of your running game. Hate. That's a Super Bowl team with a winning culture. Those wide receivers, you got to block to support that ground game that has powered you to Super Bowls. I hate Hollywood Brown.
See, I was just about to say that. They have to block there in Kansas City. Everything has to work in unison. He can't do it.
Okay. Jacksonville Jaguars 2. Calvin Ridley, Gabe Davis. They went out and got Trevor some toys.
I know. Ridley really disappointed last year to me. Gabe Davis I like. I've always liked Gabe Davis. I feel like in big spots he comes through. He gives you some verticality.
He wasn't the guy you really talked about in Buffalo.
And look, I think when you add it to Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram, I'll say love it. The weapons are now there, and Trevor Lawrence has no excuses. Offensive line be damned.
Okay.
Get rid of the football.
It's all about Trevor Lawrence to me. They'll regret it because I just don't know what he is. I can't say he's horrible. He's a type quarterback for me right now. He has to show more.
Okay. Let's real quick. Trades, Tennessee, L'Jarius Sneed.
Regret. They're not ready to win. They really paid a lot, gave up some. I don't understand what they're doing, and I don't believe in Will Levis. So if we're grading this on an actual success quotient, I'm going to say regret.
They're going to regret it. All I'll say is knee issue.
Okay. Your Giants, Brian Burns.
Regret. No, the Burns thing, look, I could tell you anything the Giants do that doesn't fix the quarterback position will be a regret, because if you don't have a QB, you're not going anywhere. Now, I'll look at it in the lens of defense. They needed to put someone opposite of Kayvon that was a high producer. Thibodeau's been very good for us, but he needs, much like Aiden, needs someone on the other side. Brian Burns is a really good football player. So if you the move, right. I have a hard time believing you're going to regret having Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau. Okay. So I will say love.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say love because you need somebody to go after the quarterback.
Right.
So.
I can't, if I wish Burns played QB.
Last one. Houston, Steph Diggs.
I'd like to admit bias. Steph Diggs is football Kyrie to me. I hate him. So I don't get it. You had Tank Dell, you had Nico Collins, you had Dalton Schultz.
Didn't really need him.
I don't think you need that attitude. And by the end of his time in Buffalo, he was getting double the targets with half the efficiency of the other guys. I'm going to say regret. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's never happy.
It ended up being a 1-year deal because of this. That's what he agreed to. So I'm going to say they love it. CJ Stroud can overcome what he brings in that locker room. So, yeah.
You know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, basically, if he starts complaining, it's a 1-year deal, and, son, we could just move your locker to the visiting locker room. All right. Little love, regret, NFL
Save the
style.
receipts. I do like this.
All right.
Bring them back week 8.
97-1.